the teachers, do the trainers get good compensation, good growth nowadays?
If you wanted to become a trainer, you need to be dedicatedly do it, passionately do it.
Since a long time, we have seen that young professionals, the young students, always has a dream to be work in jobs like development, programming. But one who are not strong enough in development, can they make a career as a trainer? How will the young professionals use the tools like ChatGPT for their better learning and development of their skill?
Using the AI tools in a positive way, which will improve overall your performance, is a good habit. Definitely, you need to go for it, otherwise, you will fall behind. There are definitely advantages and disadvantages of each thing that we adopt.
Having skills really matters.
Yes.
100% skills is equal to 100% jobs.
You never compromise with your dedication.
Where is the future of e-learning heading up?
Nowadays, people are learning everything from the internet. Internet only represent 30% of information.
Will AI replace humans? Namaste, namaskar, and a happy hello to all our listeners. I remember the beautiful lines by an Urdu poet, Femida Riaz. She used to write on social awareness, women injustice, etc. She said, जो रास्ते नए हैं उन्हें छोड़ना मत, जो रास्ते नए हैं उन्हें छोड़ना मत, क्योंकि वही रास्ते तेरी पहचान बनाएंगे. And with the same spirit, today we are creating and exploring a new identity. We are mic'd up with a techie who, along with being a master of computer technology, has earned technical expertise, more than 15 technical certifications in technical skills such as Oracle, Python, and R programming, data visualization, data analytics, trainer of trainers, etc. He is currently working as a senior instructional designer in Hansen Technologies. I am delighted to welcome Mr.
Thank you.
Navin Kumar Patil sir with us in our today's podcast. Before we start, I request him to accept a memento as a gesture of gratitude and welcome.
So thank you so much, Pradnya ma'am, and all entire Fortune Cloud team for inviting me today over here. And it's been a wonderful opportunity for me as well to put up my thought, to guide freshers, and a lot of people provide details about training industry
Correct.
and the tech as well. Thank you so much.
Yes. So, as I had introduced you just now, that you're working as an instructional designer. When you started your career as a young professional, as a young student, as a young techie, that time, had you ever imagined or had a goal that one day you will become an instructional designer and a trainer?
Of course not. Like as everyone else, we see lot of dreams since our childhood, but everyone dreams doesn't come true. And that was same with me. I would like to be a doctor in my childhood, but afterwards, my father says, "Beta, if you don't get secured admission in government college, then we don't have a capability to spend lot of money on
Afford
it."
that much. Yes.
And that changed my decision to go over engineering instead of medical, and I landed up to engineering then. And slowly after passing out the engineering, again I don't able to secure job in development, so luckily I got opportunity as a professor, and I become then trainer, and then slowly I move toward the instructional design career. That's how my journey short, in short, basically. So it's never defined like as we wanted to reach to that goal, and it's happened with everyone else, every other person. So that's it is
So it
basically.
was your father who guided you, and your career took a turning point, is it?
Yes, yes, we can say it's was like that. My father has guided me like as if you don't have that much amount of knowledge to go in particular area, and then if you wanted to, or if you are not able to do that basically or perfectly, we will say, then you must choose the career that is definite and we can easily able to succeed over there. And that's how he guided me, so I thought of like as it's look achievable, and that's why I chosen that thing.
Great.
Yeah.
Somehow our parents always are a light of guidance behind us. They always keep us enlightening to our career path in different ways, right, sir? Um, we have seen since a long time we have seen that young professionals, the young students, always has a dream to be work in jobs like development, programming, and they always think that that is very prestigious. But one who are not strong enough in development, can they make a career as a trainer?
It's not like as it's a piece of cake to become a trainer. It's always challenging. Definitely, I must say, like, if even if you are a developer or if you are not even a developer, still you don't have a guarantee to become a trainer, because it's totally depend upon your knowledge, interpersonal skills, and the dedication. Then your dedication must turn into the passion. You should love your job. And that's basically it is like, as if you wanted to become a trainer, you need to be dedicatedly do it, passionately do it. And it's not like easy thing कि we can everyone else can become a trainer. You might have also seen, like, as in your college days or during graduation,
Right.
one professor is teaching far way better and one is not.
Correct.
What is the difference basically? So that's it is like, as people should like how we make them feel, how we provide them or feed them with the knowledge, and how they are able to express that knowledge or use that knowledge, implement that knowledge to achieve something in their life.
Is it like they should have a passion about teaching?
Yeah, definitely. They need to be passionate about the teaching. And it happens when initially, when I started my career, it was not my passion. Like, as I wanted to become a doctor. But later on, when I see results are coming, lot of professionals are giving me feedback, organization is getting benefited. Slowly, my dedication turned into the passion. And that's how I get more evolved into the training and mentoring field.
How has teaching and training evolved in the recent years? Means, do the teachers, do the trainers get good compensation, good growth nowadays?
If we talk about in terms of the involvement,
Means, if I
definitely.
have to compare it with the jobs in development.
Yes, if we talk about the evolvement, yes, there is also much evolvement, like as you see in development jobs. Like as earlier we used to learn from the print media, there are sources were so much limited to get a knowledge. And when teacher says something, it was like as God is saying something, and we used to absorb that knowledge. But nowadays, what happened? Everything is available everywhere and on internet easily on your fingertips. So students are already literate about lot of things, and then the trainers needs to be prepared according to that. They need to be answerable to the every question they ask or they come up with, and they test you in all possible ways, judge you in all possible ways, even if you have 15 years of experience, 20 years of experience, that doesn't matter. So that's how training is evolved in last few years, I will say. And as compared to, if we talk in terms of the compensation, I will definitely say it has the competitive compensation in a market. If you have the skill, if you have the passion, and if you do your job in dedicated manner, definitely you will get the same amount of compensation in trainer job as well that people are getting in development
Development.
job. And it's not like only we are wearing the MNC company ID card going into the company, and that's a different prestige. Some people prestige on the positions as well sometime, like as
Correct.
I become a VP. But it's not like that. If you look at the actual industry, every company has a different structure, employee structure or levels of employee into their company. In some company you might take 20 years to become reach to the become VP position, and in some company you will become a VP in 5 years position.
So
So
it depends on
that
skills.
depends upon skills and company to company. So it's not like that.
So this statement of yours that having skills really matters, and this is what we always say in Fortune Cloud also.
Yes,
100% skills is equal to 100%
100% job.
jobs. Yes. So you design the content for product certifications, then you design the syllabi, the new syllabi. So how is it different from the regular teaching or regular learning methods? And what skill does it require?
Basically, yes, everything depends on the competencies. Like, as when we talk about the literals or the experienced learners, they definitely like to do things, or they like to learn things by doing only, experimenting only. And there we have to put more focus on the practical learning. Like, as we can say, 90% of practical learning and 10% of theory to just correct the fact. But in terms of freshers or beginner learners, we can say we have to definitely focus on theory as well, because they need to crack their interviews, they need to put the answers, frame the answers into the interviews, also need to justify their demonstration. So implementation is as much as important. So both approaches, we need combination of theory as well as practical, but it depends which kind of audiences we are delivering the training, or which audiences which are in front of us.
You need to analyze the audience basically.
Audience, yes.
Okay. You are a trainer of trainer, right? So when you train or when you teach the young professionals, what exactly qualities you look into them while doing so?
Basically, I will say it's not much different than like we are training freshers or we are training literals. If you keep user experience at center of your heart, then everything is possible. All result will come the way you want it. Okay, so user experience is the thing that most matter. Whether it's the literal learners, whether it's the fresher learners, so it doesn't matter.
What exactly is user experience when you say this?
When we say user experience, basically user should understand what we are training, like as the concept they should digest, they should able to implement, they should able to use into their real life work, and that should benefit them personally as well as the organization where they are working. And in terms of knowledge also, they will improve their skills, competencies, and overall, like as their working style, everything should get evolved with that user experience, we will say. That is basically user experience stands for me when we talk about the user experience.
So keeping in mind about user experience, when you design the content for ILT, instructional led trainers, and you design the content for e-learning, so how do you balance with the theory, practical, and the deep learning in these programs?
It's very simple. Like, do you know, like, I would like to ask one question to you.
Yes,
Why do you like laptop so much?
it is time saver or machine. Who doesn't like machine?
Yeah, but the main thought is it is portable device. We can
Portable.
carry anywhere. We can open it wherever we want, and we can start working on it. It's the same thing when we talk about the e-learning. It's on demand. Like, as wherever you want on your fingertips, you can access it. You can start learning. You can improve your skills, and basically those people who don't have time to actually sit into the physical classroom, they will more attracted toward the e-learnings, and they will use e-learnings to improve their skill. Whereas like, as most of the people, they treat, even if nowadays you can see there is tons or lots of websites available, even e-learning platforms available, and still people are going to the physical classes. Why? Because some people like learning in person. So that's how e-learning is different than the ILT. Some people like to experience the thing in person, like as interaction. If we talk about the interaction in terms of ILT, we can create the interaction, more interactive trainings in person. We can verify the task or concept that we have taught easily in that classroom itself, but virtually it's not possible. And you need to do lot of methods and tricks and tactics to put that training in an interactive way in front of the audience. When it is on demand, you have to ensure whether they are validated, they are getting the things or not. So a lot of things are different in terms of e-learning and the ILT, but it definitely depends upon the audience again, like which way they want to learn.
As you just now said, we use laptops, and the feature that you said me is it's portable, and everyone likes portable devices. May that be a laptop, or may that be even a heater, we can say, right? So When we are talking about portable devices, and because of that, e-learning is the one which is going to be trending in the coming years. What is your thought? Who should go for offline learning and who should go for e-learning?
Again, it's the same thing, like as if you don't have time, definitely you have to go for e-learning, because some you might have seen, like as there is a best trainer who lives in Hyderabad and he takes took classes offline only, but you can't be there every time into Hyderabad, and but you wanted to learn. So somehow they might have created e-learning platform, and that's how you can access the training of that trainer. So definitely, reachability is one of the thing where we have to reach physically or personally. Okay, um, but in my opinion, in-person trainings are great because those are interactive. We meet people, we share thoughts, we share experiences.
Is there any dedicated audience who should go for offline learning, that is face to face?
Uh, I will recommend the freshers because they should go dedicatedly in a offline learning mode,
How can
because
that help them?
basically they need to shape their future, like they wanted to shape their future, and they like to experience the things which are happening into industry, but how they will not able to experience them virtually ever. If they go into the classroom, they mix up with the people, they learn team bonding skill, they will gain their confidence standing in front of the audiences, they will learn the practical skills, solve their doubts easily, getting interacted with the people. Means overall development is required as a from the point of view of the freshers, and that happen in a classroom learning only. When we talk about the e-learning, definitely it's a one way only. Will not There is nobody on the other side to listen you, help you every time. Though there are platforms, they are supporting 24 by support, providing 24 by 7 support. Still there is a one way communication, we can say. There is
Correct.
nobody to listen you, help you. Okay, so that's happen in a classroom training. So I will suggest ki all the audience should go to the physical classroom,
Physical
but
class.
the literal audience, they are uh, just concentrate on the key things they wanted to learn.
Mhm.
But for the fresher, it's they have to shape and build their career from the start itself. Everything they have to learn, so they must go to the physical classroom and start taking their classes.
I take this moment to pinpoint on this thing, as Sir says, who has so much of expertise. Even he's suggesting, so it is for all my listeners, especially the fresher ones. If you are shaping your careers into IT sector, as he says, we prefer you to come for the face-to-face sessions. We prefer you to come for face-to-face learning for your better career. Um, let's talk about recent trends. We are all familiar with the AI.
Yeah.
AI has taken everything, right, as of now.
Yes.
So, what is your suggestion, or what do you think? How will the young professionals, how will the young students use the tools like ChatGPT for their better learning and development of their skills?
Not only ChatGPT, I will say there are a couple of AI tools in the market. Like as they must need to use them, because otherwise they will fall behind of the era that is going. We have seen the example of very famous mobile company Nokia. They didn't come up with the upgrades, or they don't evolve with the time, and they fall behind in the market. One of the time they are the largest company, and now they are nowhere. It's the same with the skills as well. The flow, you need to go with the flow. You need to adopt the skills which are trending in the market. So definitely they need to adopt the AI skills, but there are definitely advantages and disadvantages of each thing that we adopt. So same with the AI. Like as if you use it for improving your performance, time to market, quality of your code or application that you are developing, so then it will be good one. But if you are concentrating, or if you are using it like as a search engine to get the answer of each and every question that you get into your mind, you will slowly become dependent on that tool, and it will killing your thinking and creative abilities, I will say. So using the AI tools in a positive way, which will improve overall your performance, is a good habit. Definitely you need to go for it, otherwise you will fall behind. Yeah.
You gave a very great example of Nokia. We have seen in our duration when there were phones, when they started mobile phones. So we had Nokia, and now
Yeah,
we can't see it
see it.
anywhere. So according to you, one should be upgraded with whatever recent trends are going on. Is it
Yeah,
so?
yeah, definitely. Like you might have heard about Microsoft Copilot. Lot of developer, I will say most of 99% companies are using, development companies are using Microsoft Copilot to develop their code in a faster way.
Yes.
And same, the new tool that comes into market, if you heard about the Cursor AI, Cursor.ai,
Right.
which are very automated tools and that help you to develop or create your application in a faster way. But it does not killing your creativity anywhere.
Yes.
So same like as previously, we don't have mobile phones, we don't have anything. We used to keep or used to remember lot of things by ourselves only. But nowadays we are depending. Even if you have to do simple calculation, we will open a mobile and we will open
Calculator.
a calculator and we do perform calculation. So same thing, we will get slowly adopted or dependent on those tools. So we need to save the upcoming generation from those habits, become getting dependent on those tools instead of how they have to use it correctly, and implement them to improve their performance, or overall qualities, we can say, or make use of that tool in a positive manner. Yeah,
Do you want to say that do not depend on these tools,
yeah.
but use them for their uh, consumption or time saving?
Yes, time saving, even you can verify quality, like as for example, you want a bug free code, okay, and you wanted to test that code. Somehow you can compare couple of code examples on the chat gpt. If you put a chat gpt, a prompt on of chat gpt, it will provide you multiple case studies if you ask for it. Definitely you can compare your code with those case studies, whether which will be the best suitable solution, and which will provide me the optimized performance. So that way you can make use of it instead of blindly trusting the code which is generated by the AI. So definitely AI will generate a code for you, but it's your responsibility. You should validate it and then you should implement it.
Correct, correct. So, when we suggest the young professionals or the young students to use tools such as ChatGPT, can you guide or can you suggest like five more such tools which the young freshers can use if they have to shape their career into IT sector? Any
There are
five?
not only five, I will say, but there is list of tools, but most which are being used by developer nowadays,
The
like as
trending ones.
the trending ones. Chat GPT is one of the most trending one, which is
Yes.
by every other individual.
Yes.
Then if you are into the coding, then there are like as you can say Microsoft Copilot is there, Cursor AI is there. Then there are lot of content creation tool in the market, like as Canva has bring it with the AI, Photoshop has bring it with the AI. Even like as Microsoft Adobe, lot of tools which are bring it with the AI. Even if you have to do a voiceover, there are natural readers
Right.
which are speak like as humans. Those you can use those tools to day work, and converting or making your job easy. Yeah,
That was quite informative, sir.
yeah.
Um, what was that one mistake which you made when you came into this career? Uh, Maybe you could have avoided that mistake.
Mm, I will not say a mistake, but it's the issue of trust and dedication. When initially I started, once I get you all on, once I put myself into the engineering background, and then once I got graduated, I came into Pune like as every other fresher, and I joined a class as well. So when I join a class, I don't know somehow, but I don't trusted the mentors under which I am learning, and somehow there I have lost my dedication. Otherwise during my engineering I have done everything dedicatedly. Even if you ask me some engineering drawing concepts, or like to want me to draw something or do some engineering drawing, I can able to do that for you.
Wow.
But um, in terms after graduation I lost that somewhere, and because of that I lost the flow of my, I will say, career. And luckily I got the opportunity as a professor to become a professor, And I started again working dedicatedly on that. I seen some results. Some university committees has come to my college. They have given me a good feedback, like as we didn't get such a result from even experienced professors. And that's where I see the opportunity, like as people are started liking my teaching skill, they are getting something from me. And that's how basically I evolved from those mistakes. And so the main mantra is you should learn to trust. For the freshers, I will say you should trust your trainers, you should trust your mentors, and never you can say compromise with your dedication. Keep working dedicatedly. Like as if you know, if you have seen, there are two fruits on the tree on a stem. One of them is ripen, and one of them is not. One is repent doesn't mean your friend got a job, doesn't mean it's your failure. Your term also will come. Nature shows the same law with those fruits. One fruit is ripen and one other is going to ripen after few days. So it's with you as well, like as your turn also is going to become, and you are also going to be get successful into your career. So you never compromise with your dedication. That is my suggestion to the freshers or
Freshers.
beginners, I will say.
So please mark all our listeners. Your dedication is the only key for your success. Dedicatedly and consistency will take you ahead, and your time will come. You just need to be patient. Sir, we are talking about dedication and patience. Um, as in Fortune Cloud, we have seen many fresher students coming, and they are always afraid of giving interviews, exams, tests, or even giving presentations in the class. So, how should they overcome their fear?
First of all, exam we should not fear. Like as from first standard itself, we started giving the exams, and it's a good way to validate your skills. After that, only you will get your credentials, certifications, everything. So you should never fear with the exams. One more thing, exams or frequent exam, I will say, help you to identify your knowledge gaps, which will help you to overcome the challenges that you have faced in past and improve your knowledge, skills, everything. Same with the interview. Why we fear? Because nowadays in a market also, people or the companies started testing candidate in all the ways, all possible way. But this culture has been fostered by ourselves, our society itself. We know people made the bad use of AI to crack their interviews. They have set up dummy persons to give the interviews. And that's how industry now tests you all the ways, because we have only fostered this culture. But if you go in a positive attitude, if we are prepared, if we have all the skills, required attitude to get that job, so no one will deny you for that job if you provide an interview or if you give an interview. So never, I will suggest to the freshers, like as never hesitate to give an interview, exams, or any presentation, because that help you to only improve yourself in terms of skills, in terms of personality, and it will help you to identify your knowledge gaps again and again and again. That will, every time when you go for an interview next time, you will be the evolved person, I will say, in terms of knowledge, in terms of interpersonal skills, like as you overcome your mistakes every time. So that's how it will be helping us. So that's my suggestion. You never hesitate to doing these all such activities. Not only presentation, exams, or interview, even participating into different activities that are conducted, whether it's a cultural activities, whether it's a sport activity, or even it's a classroom activities that happen into your classroom. You should go out, make friends, mix up with the people, share knowledge with them, get knowledge from there, and that will how you will get evolved slowly, and you will reach to your more near to your goals. That's attitude we have to keep
Always.
always.
So, even after pushing the students so much, there are few students who are shy or introvert. So, will such student succeed as in the teaching career or as a trainer? Can they succeed?
I must say no, because it's not guaranteed. Like as if you are doing any other job, And training is also like as any other job only. It's totally skill. And as we said earlier as well, we have discussed this on the training, like as we like the trainer only by how he share his knowledge, how he present his knowledge, and how we can able to use it into our real life. So that's very important. So I must say there are chances. It's not, I'm not denying like as कि introvert or shy person can't be a trainer. He can be a trainer, but he need to dedicatedly work on it. He need to passionately do that job. He need to change his ability. He need to go into people. He need to mix up with the people, and then only he can able to do these kind of activity. Otherwise, he pretend to be alone every time, like as he is doing since his childhood. It will not help you to become a trainer or help him to become a trainer.
In all, overall, we should say you should not be shy.
You should not be shy,
You should
definitely.
open up at least for your own growth.
Yes. Like as first time everyone, like as when I started my career as a trainer, first time I went on the, I will say, um, in front of the student, my legs were flickering. My tongue is also flickering. And that's how I started my training, first session. But slowly I built that confidence after two, three lectures, four lectures, and slowly people started like as liking my skills, teaching abilities, and that's how I get evolved. So they also need to work on abilities, their abilities. They need to improve their abilities, and they can turn their career into the teaching or trainers if they wanted to.
This thing of
Definitely.
your remembers me of the famous Bollywood star Ritik Roshan. Even his tongue used to flicker,
Flicker.
and today we see when he overcome his fears, we
Yes.
can see him as one of the super hit stars
In
in our
the
film
industry.
industry. Yes.
Yes.
Sir, you design both theory and practical exams. So, which one of these will help student for their deep learnings?
I will say both are really important. When we talk about the theory, it will help you to provide the all detailed information about the things or concepts that we want to learn. So it will correct our facts. If we go, if you know, do you know, if nowadays people are learning everything from the internet, and if we, when we ask them a question, they will remember only 10% of it, because internet only represent 30% of information, and out of that 30% you are just providing a 10%. That means you are representing 3% of information for that concept. But if you read a reference book, that will provide you the 100% of information. And when we say 30% or 10% of it, definitely it will be more than what is presented on the internet. Your facts will be more clearer, your concepts will be more clearer. So theory is also important, but nowadays people are get tested in every other way, so implementation part is also that much important. So you need to make people practically strong. So I will say 20% theory and 80% practical. So that is a good approach to start with. Slowly you can go on, when you are literal, when you are experienced, you can do it like a 10% of theory and 90% of practical. So
Right.
that's how we have to evolve ourselves into the learning methodology.
So, as we are growing faster in this AI technologies, trending technologies, we have seen least reading of books
Yeah.
by the students, and that is the reason they many a times cheat in the interviews.
Yeah.
Okay, cheating in an interview and to start a career, of course it is not recommended by anyone, but even then if someone does this, what are the chances of them to be consistent or to be constant in their career?
Like it's, as we know, karma is always come back. Okay, so it's the
Karma
same
hits
thing.
back, yes.
Karma is back. So it's the same thing, like as if you cheat, sometime it will come in front of you. Truth never hides.
Right.
So it will, some or the other way it will come in front of you, like as when you're interviewing and some person has taken your interview on some concepts, and somehow you got that projects
Yes.
into future, and you are not able to work or you are not able to complete that task, and that interviewer become your manager. So the situation become get worse or difficult for that. And nowadays people, they will just provide you internally a time, or they will just discuss internally into the industry, like as, let's try this guy for a 1 month
Mhm.
and then decide whether to keep or not.
So
So
sustainability somewhere
because,
is hampered.
yeah, and there is competition in the market, lot of
Yes.
talent is available, lot of people are available
Right.
to work or ready to work, and they have the lot of choice to select from.
Mm.
And that's why you cannot able to sustain if you go by doing cheating into the industry. So you really need to adopt those skills. If you are, if you, even if you have done a cheating, but if you have the skills, and if you are able to sustain into the industry, still it is not a good idea, because you're taking somebody else's chance into the life. It's not the ethical way to get your job or to get into the industry. Yeah.
So it is for all our listeners. If you want sustainability, if you want exponential growth in the career, we would prefer do not rely on internet or the just the trends, but also consider the books for their basic
Basics.
foundations. They should
Yes.
read books, at least which are necessary for their career
Career.
growth. Right?
Yes.
Uh, we see social media
Yeah.
and there are drastic changes, how they are hampering the youth. So, according to you, social media or personal branding, how does it play a role in a student's life?
When it comes to personal branding or social media, it's a good way to showcase your skills to the world, like is what you're creating, what you're developing. Even if we like to sold some handmade item, we'll post that on the social media, people start liking it, they will start asking you. Even if you put some picture of something you brought into your home, they will start asking, where are you brought this from, like us. So same about your skill, did you have developed this by your own? So that's how you will get popular basically. And जो दिखता है वही बिकता है, that's the funda of our Indian market,
Right,
and
right.
even is the for the world as well. So same thing, showcasing your skill is very important. You should make your portfolio strong by creating and putting it on the Git, LinkedIn. There are lot of social websites, even on the job portals you can able to put this and showcase your skills or whatever things you have developed. So using the social media for appropriate or in an appropriate way is very important, instead of make them overcoming over you or your life. So basically use them in a positive way to shape your future or showcase the things to the world,
Right.
or
So,
your abilities to the world.
when we say showcasing our skills to the world while using social media, a few days back I was listening to another YouTube channel, and the host who she was interviewing, she was suggesting if you have to make a career abroad, not in India, but basically if you want to go abroad and have a good career, uh, being active and posting on LinkedIn with good content really matters. What do you think about this?
Yes, not only on the LinkedIn, I will say. You can post anywhere. People are ready. Internet is become a university for them as a learning a source for everyone to in today's world. So posting your content, good content on good platforms is definitely matter. People and LinkedIn is a, as it is a professional platform. People will observe you, and they, while observing, if they like your content, your skills, they might contact you, and they might offer you the work or the job. Anything is possible. Same way, if you are writing a blog, if people started liking blog, you can make money out of it. You can posting a video, good video on YouTube. If they like your tutorial, they will you will start earning from that as well. So there are, you can create tons of opportunity if you are using the social media in a correct way. If you are posting your content, it will benefit you in both the ways, in terms of I will say economical way, in terms of publicity, uh, in terms of sharing knowledge, and yeah, that's it is basically.
Right. We are talking about jobs, trending market, and these things. What is your thought about freelancing?
When we say freelancing, definitely most of the organization don't recommend their employees to do freelancing because you will get diverted. Your focus will get diverted on your original work. If you are a greedy person, you will concentrate on your freelancing work more than the work that you are doing in your organization. That will indirectly hamper the performance of organization. So definitely freelancing is not recommended if you are doing the full time job. Um, but if you are not doing the full time job and only you are the freelancer, then definitely it's a recommended one. um, if you are learning something, you are into the college and you wanted to make yourself economically safe, and that time you wanted to try those freelancing opportunity, definitely it's recommended. That will provide you the experience as well as economical stability. So both things you can achieve from that.
So
So
both growth and economic
economical.
stability can be achieved if you are not dedicated to a certain jobs and you want to grow as a freelancer, right?
Yes, definitely.
To conclude our today's conversation, one last question that I would like to ask is, where is the future of e-learning heading up to?
E-learning, when we talk about the e-learning, definitely like as people like the experiential learning nowadays. So how we can able to provide the experiential learning through e-learning content like as video. You cannot able to try something into the video, but how we can foster that kind of culture into the e-learning content. That is where the e-learning heading today. Like as we are people are started using AR VR, they have started creating virtual experiences for their audiences, and that's how they have started experiencing the thing. They are actually experiencing them back during their classroom days or in class sessions. So that's where the industry heading today, e-learning. And there are many learning theories are from the start, wherever the learning or the culture has been started. But people are started working on that more and more nowadays because they are using pedagogies, they are using andragogies and learning theories. So they are concentrating on that. Um, how they can able to please the audiences or make the content interactive, make the content experiential in terms of e-learning. So that way e-learning is evolving nowadays. And if we talk about the ILT, is the same thing, because as people experience lot of things from the e-learning, those expectations are got basically increased from the in-person training as well. So you need to uh, put lot of icebreaker activities or even learning activities which are focus on the particular concept into your live training sessions, your in class sessions, and make your learner please and make them learn all those concepts that they required or they come for. Like as setting clear learning objectives is very important, I will say, in terms of whether it's a e-learning, whether it's a in class sessions, and like as making them achievable at the end of any kind of training mode, whether it's e-learning or the in-class sessions. So basically, that's way how both fields are evolving. It's not only e-learning, but ILT also evolving. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I was about to conclude, but your answer about e learning and the various methodologies used in this particular process uh, brings one question or pops a question in my mind, a very super common question. Will AI replace humans?
definitely not. So that's the answer, because AI to help human being, not to replace them. Okay.
So AI
So
will not replace humans.
no, never.
Good to know that. It was a wonderful conversation we had with you today, and we are very delighted about this. A deep discussion we had on various topics. Um, I hope all our listeners will utilize, implement, inculcate all these ideas from our today's podcast in their own field in the future. Thank you, sir, again one time for being here with us today. Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much.
much.